Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. I jollipies for my tardiness. I jollipies for my tardiness. Let me get my IG together. Y'all already know I've been working in my go to the tube. I've been working in my kids' bathroom, doing the whole home project improvement thing. I've been working. Just knocked down my guns. Y'all, if y'all ain't never seen my little model, my little brother gave me these my little model guns. You put them together. I just knocked one of them down. But let's get into this lunchtime lesson, man. I was just trying to get my slides together. And let me do that real. Let me save the slides in case anybody want to download the slides. Let me say, if y'all bear with me, please let me save this. While I'm doing this, y'all drop something in the chat so I can see who actually in here pulling up. I thank y'all. I thank y'all for voting. We had a tie between 12 and 130, and so I flipped the coin and 12 won out. I wish 130 would have won out because it would have given me more time to put together the slides and do the stuff I was trying to do this morning, but it is what it is. So we're gonna get into it soon as this saves out. I want people to be able to download the slides. I left the comments open to anybody. It ain't just subscribers. So if you're out there lurking, oh man, why y'all didn't tell me I still had this mask on? If you're out there lurking, you're welcome to comment now. The lurkers can comment now. Let me save this. How to find entries. Okay. And then let me drop it in the Google Drive folder. Oh my goodness. Let me drop it in the Google Drive folder. Google Drive. No, not Google Calendar. On Google Drive. There you go. There you go. Google Drive. Is it in here? No, it's not. I see. What do y'all remember what folder I put it in last time? Futures for Beginners. Yes, Futures for Beginners. That's the folder I put it in last time. Okay. So upload that. Okay, what did I just name that? Entries. How to find entries using ICT concept. PDF. I want the PDF. This one right here. Yes. Okay, so there's a link in the description that says download slides. If you go there, you'll see a folder. It's got 7 slides for learning to trade futures for beginners. One that say ICT order flow. That was the last lunchtime lesson that we did. And then how to find entries using ICT concepts. That's what we're about to do now. So if you want to download the slides, there are the slides. Okay. Let me get this out the way. Start up the slideshow, and then I'll look at the chat to see who in here, and we will get started. Enter. Okay, y'all can't see the slides. Let me make sure y'all can see the slides. Yes, y'all can see the slides. Now, let me see who in the chat, then we're going to get to it. What's up, here to learn and share in the chat first, of course. Laverne. Sup, brother Tim. Oh, Navigate Wall Street with Thomas. What's going on? What's going on? This week gonna be crazy. Okay. Lil Hawk in here. Lil Hawk, look. We ain't gonna start, Lil Hawk. We ain't gonna start. What's up, Hines? RS in the building. Coolio in the Calio. I'm sorry, Calio in the building. I said, what's up with the Hines? Oh, Lil Hawk tried to tell me about the mask. Okay. I'm sorry, Lil Hawk. I ain't see the mask. I ain't see the mask. All right. Let's get to it, man. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. Let me put the mic over here because I don't want to be screaming on y'all. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. This is another classic lunchtime lesson. Today's lunchtime lesson, we are going to be talking. People reach out to me all the time and shout out, what did I say? Good morning. You and ICT on at the same. ICT on right now? Okay. Okay. Shout out ICT. Blackout Davis say ICT on right now. Right? So, today, we will be talking about, people reach out to me all the time, be like, Tim, I get it. I understand. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I understand, like, how to see the PD arrays. I understand, you know what I'm saying, the stuff. I get it, but I just don't know how to make an entry, or I take an entry and I get stopped out and it go in a direction that I thought it was going to go. Or Tim, I mean, I get the concepts, but I just don't know how to apply it. I don't know how to use it. So today, I'm going to try to help you with that. Now, getting into it. Y'all, I always got to put my disclaimer out there. Y'all know what the lick read, right? So we're going to be talking about how to find entry patterns, right? How to find entry patterns. And don't confuse it with like pattern trading, right? The problem I used to have when I first started trading ICT concepts was that I would look for my entry model everywhere. I would look for, I love fair value gaps. I see those. Excuse me. I love fair value gaps. I see those. My eyes just gravitate towards them. So I trade off fair value gaps. But I used to try to trade every fair value gap I saw. I'm just trying to jump in. No. Mistake-a-rumma. Right? What you want to do, this right here is a monthly chart. You want to start at the highest time frame possible, right? I like to start at the monthly. I'm trying to get my one together so I can make sure I still see y'all, and I make sure I can see like any notes I may have, but I want to make sure y'all take precedence. So then I speak extemporaneously, so I could freestyle it, but I just want to make sure y'all seeing the right thing. Right? So you want to start with the highest time frame possible. I like to start at the monthly time frame, and I do this every week. Anybody who tap into my lives, anybody who True Blue Gang, y'all know I start at the monthly at the beginning of the week. At the beginning, we started the monthly. So I like to start with the monthly. Start with the highest time frame possible, because the higher time frames narrative is going to lead the decision making. So I like to say the narrative. What is the narrative to Lil Timmy Rogers? If you ask a million people, you might get a million different answers. But for me, the narrative is, what is the higher time frame order flow? Is it a buy program or is it a sell program? Right? That's what I want to know starting out. Is the higher time frame in a buy program or a sell program? Right? So this is a monthly chart. Right? Looking at this monthly chart right here, we start using the ICT concepts that we have learned to look for clues. Mind you, now we're not looking for a trade entry yet. We're looking for clues of the narrative. What is price telling us? What is price speaking? So here, looking at this right there in this time, using what we've learned from Michael J. Huddleston about ICT concepts, smart money concepts, we have determined that the monthly order flow is still in a buy program. That should say still in a buy program. It says still in buy program, right? It's still in a buy program. How did we determine this? Because we came up and got a bullish break-in market structure here. Let me turn them a fancy dancy. We got a bullish break-in market structure here when this candle passed that high, right? Why? Because that high came down and took out that low, right? That high came down, took out that low, and then we pushed back past that. That's a bullish break-in market structure because we were selling, and then now after sweeping liquidity, we've broken the high that swept that liquidity. So now we got a bullish break-in market structure. Then we retrace back. We got displacement, right? Why? Because you can see we consolidated here, and then we expanded with a fair value gap right there. That's displacement. Break-in market structure. So when you got displacement and a break-in market structure, what do? You anticipate price to pull back into the range. Price has pulled back into the range, and it is respecting to discount PD arrays. Why do I say that? Because on a monthly closing basis, this monthly candle is closing above the mean threshold of this order block. It's closing above the mean threshold of this breaker. So you have it respecting the discount PD arrays. A buy program takes out premium PD arrays, like taking out this buy side, and it respects discount PD arrays, like respecting the mean threshold of this order block, respecting the mean threshold of this breaker over here. So the monthly is still in a buy program, right? If the monthly is in a buy program, when you initially start trying to look for entries using ICT concepts, you always want to trade in the direction of the highest time frame. So if the monthly is in a buy program, you want your bias to be bullish. You want your bias to be looking for reasons to buy. When do you look for reasons to buy? When you come to discount monthly PD arrays. That's when you look for your opportunity to buy, right? Based off of your higher time. When you come to your highest time frame PD array, in this case, it's a monthly, that's when you look for your reason to buy, right? What's happening? Yo, my brother in the building. If your highest time frame is a weekly, when you come to your weekly discount PD array and the weekly is in a buy program, you look for your reasons to buy once you get to your discount PD array that you're looking to buy off of. Got it. All right. So now the monthly is still in the buy program. It's respecting discount PD arrays, respecting this order block, respecting this breaker after a bullish break in market structure. Now, the weekly order flow is still in a buy program for the same reasons for the monthly. If you notice, these are the monthly PD arrays that's still on there. They're grayed out because that's for the monthly, but I want you to remember that I don't have any weekly PD arrays marked out on here because I'm trying to instill the fact of the higher time frame takes precedence. So when the weekly, right, we got the weekly coming down here, right? The weekly is still in a buy program. I know you may look and see and say, hey, Tim, we took out a low right there. Yes, we did take out a low right there, but that is not a shift in market structure. This low did not take out that high, right? That's a failure swing. if the monthly is going to have a retracement back into the range, right? In this case, a bullish retracement. A bullish retracement means that price has to go down. Hello, Kim. Price has to go down. If price has to go down, something has to have a bearish tendency to it. So with the weekly showing weakness and pulling back, that's fully permissible because the monthly had you wanted to pull back to the discount so you can buy, because the monthly is in a buy program. The weekly is still in the buy program. How? Because on a closing basis for this week's candle right here, it's the last week we're just looking at the last week, right? Over here, we were looking at the last month, right? This is the last month right there. We're looking at the last week. This last week is doing what? It's respecting. What's up, Sasha? Sasha Moon Divine. If I got to say the whole thing, I jalapas for messing it up the first time. But what's up, Sasha Moon Divine? This last candle, this last weekly candle is respecting discount PD arrays on the monthly level and on the weekly level. Because we look at remember, these are the monthly PD arrays. We closed above these monthly PD arrays. Correct? Correct. Right? We're closing above these week. Look, you see that right there? This is a fair value gap there. We closed above, right? That's below price, right? In this case, when it started out, this was above price. So that's a premium PD array. So we disrespected that. You disrespect the premium and you respect the discount. Come over here. You have a fair value gap over here. You have an old low over there, right? We're respecting the old low. We're respecting the fair value gap, right? We closed above this order block over here. We closed above this mitigation block over here. That high did not take out that low. We closed above this weekly mitigation block over here. This weekly mitigation block is inside this monthly order block. So we're respecting weekly discounts and we're disrespecting weekly premiums, right? So the weekly order flow is still in a buy program. Buy program disrespects premium and respects discount, right? So now you want to tear down, going down to the daily. The daily order flow is in a sale program, right? So the monthly, remember where we at now, the monthly is in a buy program. The weekly is in a buy program. At this current, it's the same current place and time. I got it in the current place and time when we closed out that week. The daily order flow is in a sale program, right? Which is fully permissible because for the daily to get all the way back down to this monthly PD array, right? Remember, we wanted price to come all the way back down here to these monthly discount PD arrays to offering an opportunity to buy because we got a bullish break in market structure. So we want price to pull back into the range, into a discount of this price leg. From matter of fact, you go from this low at the consolidation to that high, or you can go to the lowest low of the price move, right? So I like to go to the lowest low of the price move up to the high. So you want to come back into a discount of this price leg to look for a buying opportunity, right? You have PD arrays in the discount. So you want price to come back down on the monthly. So on the monthly to come all the way back down, the daily has shifted to a sale program. Right? How did the daily shift to a sale program? As we came up over here, right? This low came and took out highs over there. We traded down below that low. That's a bearish break in market structure, right? We push back up, right? Respecting premium PD arrays. Come down, respecting premium PD arrays. Take out more lows. Come back up, respecting premium PD arrays. Take out more lows, right? So the daily is still in a sell program until the daily comes back up and takes out that high right there for this time period. It will still be in a sell program. Why? Because that high took out that low. And now we're starting to, right? You see here, we're starting here. You do have a break in market structure on the daily right there, right? For this last little piece of the price leg, right? So you got a break in market structure on the daily, but it's still going up. So you haven't seen if it's going to retrace back and respect this yet. So you're watching it run. And right now you got your eyes on this one because this is the parent move of taking out that sell side. It came down, took the sell side out, retraced a little, and dug deeper into it. So this is the parent move of taking out that sell side. So right now you're waiting to see if we break that high to see, oh yes, we're breaking bullish for sure. Because this little break in market structure there, I call it break in market structure because that high took out that low, right? That's a subordinate move of the overall leg, right? So you want to see if we break out of this, but right now you're still in a sell program because this order block here, it's still respecting the mean threshold of that order block. If you look at that order block there, this closing candle is still respecting the mean threshold of that order block. So until we break through that order block, break through that high and get a break in market structure, it's still in a sell program. Now, and you just continue down through all the time frames. Now, the 4-hour order flow is in a buy program, right? Got the bullish break in market structure there, right? That high took out that low, right? From this high, took out, go back. This high took out that low. They took out that low. Then we came back up and broke that high there and then expanded off with displacement, broke that high, expanded off. So now it in the down cloak, respect the discount PD arrays, blasting off, not even giving a pullback, right? Blasting off, not even giving pullbacks. It has officially shifted to a buy program on the 4-hour, right? So y'all get the drift now. You want to see the narrative of every time frame that you're drilling down through, all the way down to your entry level time frame. If you enter on a 5-minute, you want to do the same thing from the monthly all the way down to the 5-minute, right? And in the beginning, when you first start out, you only want to look for trade setups in the direction of the higher time frame order flow. If the higher time frame is in a buy program, you only want to look to trade when the bias is bullish. You're looking for a bullish opportunity. Where are you looking for that bullish opportunity from? From your higher time frame discount PD arrays. Not just any time when price comes back down to your higher time frame discount PD array, that's when you start looking for a buy-in opportunity. Now, you want it to be at your discount PD arrays on your higher time frame, and you also want it to be at a discount PD array on your lower time frame, right? That you're buying off of. Now, explain it to me, Tim. Here we are. We are on an hourly count, and I forgot this, the most important part. You only want to look for your setup during your kill zone, right? I trade the New York. So I got marked out the New York morning kill zone and the New York afternoon. There's a little gap in between there because that's the lunchtime, right? So what are we looking at here? These are hourly candles. So you see on this day right here on the 9th, during the New York kill zone, price came down in the morning. It didn't make it to the low. In the afternoon kill zone, it came down and it had a liquidity raid. It swept sell side, right? Okay, fine and dandy, Tim. It swept sell side. Big whoop-de-doo. I ain't get a chance to buy nothing. That wasn't your day to trade. Tim, I see fair value gaps in there. You say you trade fair value gaps. I do. But the higher time frame order flow is a buy program. I'm looking for a reason to buy. We're at the monthly PDub rate in the discount. So now I'm looking for the price to give me a bullish reason to buy. I want to see a bullish order flow. I want to see a buy program. I want to see a bullish bias. That's what I'm looking for, right? So I don't get no trade on this day of the 9th, right? So on the 9th, then coming into the 10th, you see here coming into the 10th in the middle of the night sometime, we're pushing up, came into this SIBI right here, came back down, respecting the low, did not take out the sell side again, moved up with displacement, right? So we came down here, took out the sell side, took it out again, then we came down there and did not take the sell side, left that sell side alone, took buy side with displacement during the New York kill zone, left the sell side alone after taking sell side on this hourly time frame, right? We took sell side here. Okay, you following me? Took sell side here on this hourly time frame, came back in another kill zone. Yes, it's a different day. Coming into the kill zone, we left the sell side after taking it. Then we took buy side with displacement. We got expansion. We got an imbalance. That's institutional sponsorship. We've left side, sell side, took buy side, and left a fair value gap during the kill zone. There's your opportunity to buy. Why? Because we're respecting discount PD arrays and we're disrespecting premium PD arrays. We left buy side, we took buy side, and we anticipating it to pull back into the range. Just like on the monthly, we took buy side, right? We took sell side, then we took buy side, right? Then we retraced back into the range. We wanted it to retrace back into the range. Down here on the hourly, we took sell side, right? We took buy side with displacement. Now we want it to trace back into the range. We come back into the range right there. There's your I trade imbalances. There's your fair value gap entry, and you go, right? Okay, Tim, that's fine and dandy. Can you give me another example? Yes. Let's look at this right here. During the kill zone, we come down and we take out the sell side. We have expansion, taking out the buy side right there. Here's your imbalance. You come down during lunch and hit it. It happened during lunch, right? In the afternoon, you see right here in the afternoon, we're inside the fair value gap, but then guess what? It dilly-dallies on you because it's late in the afternoon. That's part of the thing. It dilly-dallies on you. That's why I don't like trading late in the afternoon, right? Now, but if you look here, the next day, over here, I don't have it marked out, but the next day, you can look at the times right here on the 14th. There's 12 p.m. right there. So this right here is during the New York kill zone, probably a news candle, right? It's probably a news candle, but look what it did. The news, it came back down into what? That imbalance that was created after running sell stops, taking out the buy stops with disrespecting the premium, respecting the discount, traded back into the range in the imbalance, and then bang, yeah, gone. Now, Tim, I don't trade fair value gaps. It don't matter. One PD array is not better than the other. The market always operates off of, I think that, yeah, that's the end of my slides. The market always operates off of balance, imbalances, and liquidity. Imbalances and liquidity. That's why I love fair value gaps, because fair value gaps are imbalances. So the market is going to seek balance and liquidity. It's going to balance something out, go take out some stops. 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 Balance something out, y'all know how I get. It's gonna balance something out and take out some stops, right? So now, this is the y'all see I had the play on so that I can have everything in the same time frame. So we gonna turn the replay off. Yes, turn the replay off and jump back to real time. And we're going to look at what day was that? The 9th. It was the 9th through the let's see right here. So we had the 9th. Okay, we had the 9th. So we're gonna just look at the 9th through the 14th. So we're gonna go into the charts now and look at the 9th through the 14th to see if we can see other PD arrays. Besides, matter of fact, let's go down to 15 minutes and do it. We're gonna go down to 15 minutes and do it. This is a new contract, so the contract might be super spotty. It's gonna be super spotty. So let's go over to the December contract so we can have some good price data. ES Zulu 2023. Right, we're gonna go to the December contract so we can see some good price action, and we're gonna go to December the 9th through the 14th is what we said. 9th through the 14th is what we said. So let's put what's the 9th through the 14th? Hold on. Now I got to go back. It wasn't was it December? It wasn't December. I probably should have looked at the dates. Oh, it's way back here. November. Okay, so November 9th through the 14th. Right, let's go get some good data. Because the contract just switched over, so that's not going to be any good data. It's going to be spotty. Zulu 2023. So November 9th. Here we go here. All right, so November 9th through the 14th. Put a line there. We just put it over to the 15th. We'll put it over to the 15th, block out our time. Okay, so right, so we're gonna look at that same one. This is our sell side sweep there. Come down, sell side sweep. Right there, going to the sweep. We're on the 14th here. We come down, sweep the sell side there. On the 15 minutes, still nothing to trade on the 14th as far as buying. Okay, so coming here on the 10th, I said the 14th on the 9th. Coming here on the 10th, there. If we look here on the 10th here, we come up, we have us. Right, we go up there. Got those there, boom. Come up. There we start consolidating here. We're consolidating right there. So I'm ignoring this kind of consolidation there, right? And I'm looking at this right here as a bullish breaker because this is when price was moving during the New York kill zone. I mean, the beginning of the London kill zone there. And we drop down into during the London, right? Coming up. This is late. This is outside the kill zone, even though it came back to an imbalance. So we're going to ignore that. right? We're going to ignore that. Then we pushed up here, breaking market structure there. Let me get me some boxes for me, some kill zones. All right, so that's a kill zone there. That's the morning. And this is the PM. 1:30. Right. So here on this Friday, right? On this Friday, we came back down into this breaker over here. Right. Came back down into this breaker over here on Friday. So there's a breaker trade, right? You came back down into a breaker on the 15-minute right there on a Friday during the kill zone. That's not an imbalance, right? This is here we came and respected that low. Remember we talked about that low over there, right? This is the same low. We respected that low. We took out the sell side sweep, pushed up, right? Came above that high right there. That high came and took out that low, pushed up above that high there, came back down, respected the low, left the sell side, took out the buy side with displacement, came back down. Yes, we came back down into the imbalance here, but we also came down into a breaker, right? This breaker right here did not get touched. If you was waiting on this breaker there, you would, guess what? That just wouldn't have been your trade. If you was waiting on this breaker here, there you go. Then if you say, okay, Tim, I want to use this candle as the breaker, you can use that as the breaker. But for me, this is when we were coming up, right? This is when we started coming back down. See, we came up to an anticipatory reactionary point, then we consolidated and dropped. That's why I'm looking at that as the breaker. We came up to an anticipatory reactionary point, right? And then we started consolidating. So the up move has stopped for me. Consolidating, time distortion, then dropped, right? So if you take out the time distortion and put it right up against that, you got an up, then a down. That's why I'm looking at that as the breaker. That's just how I see it, right? So boom, same thing. You can swap out the PD arrays. You're just looking at order flow. What is price doing? Price, we've taken out sell side. We're reversing. We're starting to respect the discount PD arrays. We're disrespecting the premium PD arrays. That's what I want price to do because the monthly is doing that. I want to trade with the monthly, right? And then Michelle, Michelle, I think you voted for. Did Michelle vote for 12? I don't know. 12 o'clock won, Michelle. If you ain't vote for 12, I jollipies, but I think you voted for 12. You might know, you might have been one of the ones that said 1:30. What y'all doing? I'm at work. Thought we were meeting at lunchtime. Yeah, you might have been, your lunchtime lost out, Michelle. So there's a breaker opportunity there. Here's another opportunity here. We have this one here is yes, touch that breaker right there. There's another breaker right here because we came up, made a high, right? Came up there, made that high, dropped down, took out that low. Let me move these crosshairs. Price pushed up, made this high, dropped down, took out that low right there, traded back up past it. There's a breaker right there. Like if I highlight this right here, right? There's a breaker right there. You say, Tim, I trade breakers. There's a breaker right there, right? Traded back into the breaker and off you go during the kill zone, right? This afternoon, you didn't get what? Man, let's see what we got this afternoon. In the afternoon time, it didn't really give nothing. It just was a continuation. Like the afternoon, it was just a continuation. Gave an opportunity for a retrace into a fair value gap during lunch, but that's it as far as like break. Now, mind you, just because you don't see it on certain time frames, you can always look through time frames to find your PD rate, right? You say, Tim, I trade mitigation blocks. I just jumped up to an hourly. I just happened to do this. Right there is a hourly mitigation block right there, right? We came down, took out sell side. We come to an area of anticipated support. This is in the monthly PD array. We push up, right? Make a high right here. Come down. Do not take out that low. Expand up with displacement. Got a low, a high, a higher low. Break through it with expansion and displacement. You have an hourly mitigation block, right? We trade back into what? During the kill zone. This hourly mitigation block. Pow! There's your mitigation block trade. But Tim, I thought you said that was a breaker trade. It was. It was a 15-minute breaker. Somebody just took a breaker trade, right? That they took a trade off of that 15-minute breaker. But Tim, I thought you just said it was a mitigation block. It was. Somebody just took a hourly entry off of a mitigation block right there. Now are y'all trying to do? Now are you understanding when I say the PD arrays are interchangeable? Because your PD array may not be resting on the same time frame as my PD array. But as long as you're in sync with the order flow, long as you're in sync with the narrative, you can just swap out your P. You can look, if you're only using one PD array, you look for your one PD array when it aligns with the higher time frame narrative, right? I don't need to go into all the PD arrays because I think y'all got it. I ain't going to insult y'all intelligence, and we've been on here for 42 minutes. Now, if anyone has anything for me, please pull up on the link and you may ask away. I got the chat open. It ain't just for subscribers, so anybody can click on. If you're not a subscriber, please do not pull up here and let the bird out of the cage. I beg of thee. Right? You can pull up and ask a question. Again, this is your opportunity to get a free one-on-one. If you're struggling with something, pull up, right? The link is in the chat. If you embarrassed about pulling up, you are welcome to just drop your question in the chat. I'm going to sip me some high-quality H2O. See if anybody on IG. It says somebody on here. Who on IG? What's up, New Era Transport? I hope you saw my video I did earlier today. I tagged you in it. If you're still in here, who's still? I say somebody on IG. Who is this on IG? Move with. What your name is? Move with. Is that karate? I can't see the end. It's a Kare. Move with karate. Oh, move with Karen Hurst. What's up, Karen? If you still on here, Karen, pull over to YouTube so you can see the screen. I don't see nobody typing nothing. I don't see nobody typing that, so I'm gonna assume all hearts and minds are clear. If this helped you, I done did my job. If it didn't help you, I promise you, I will try again on the next one to do my very best. I'm gonna sip me some high quality H2O and then I'm gonna call it. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, for hanging out with your boy. Again, Michelle, 130 lost out. 130 lost out. It was at 130. I'm telling you, I thought it was gonna be at 130 because last night I looked at it and 130 was still winning. I said, oh, it's gonna be at 130. And then this morning I looked at it and it was a tie between 12 and 130. So I flipped the coin and 12 won out. So go back and watch the replay. Anywho, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. If this your first time tuning in, Tim's Tidbit, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it won't be your last time. If you true blue gang, y'all know what the lick read, man. It's your boy, Aranya Grande, a.k.a. Big Spider. Till next time, man. Y'all be safe out in these trading streets. I'm gone.